You've got a few good performances throughout the team.
You know, I think the game itself wasn't going to be pretty. It was going to be a game of just getting the basics right in a hard game. I thought it was a very nervous game. Both teams didn't play at all, and we just tried to compete as best we could. And we had wee chances, and we got the basics right. And I thought that's what led to us getting a wee chance of getting back in the game. But I've never seen that attitude was brilliant. We'll just keep fighting as best we can. But I don't know if it'll make much of a difference or not, and I don't know if it will, but all it does is it keeps us moving forward. Great victory. I thought we merited it. You know, I thought in the balance of play we probably merited it, but again, some real good quality players be ahead, and there's always a threat, you know, and we got a wee couple of breaks in the second half, but we probably didn't get any luck in the first half with the bar and crossing, so a couple of good chances both teams. I know it became an open game, but because of the nature of the game, I think it overspilt a wee bit and you'll get carried away with it there. You know, there's a wee bit of a bad feeling there, but I think it's just nothing. You know, and at the end of the day, you know, winning a football match is educational. You learn to win with humility and you learn to lose with humility. And a couple of weeks ago we were in the opposite end, and now it's this time period it's opposite. So you know, that's footballers for you. You know, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of professional respect between the teams and the clubs, and it's something that we've got to try and keep that going. But no, good 3 points, keeps us moving in the right direction.
What was your take at the second half?
Again, the distance away from it. You know, but what I say about the ref is consistent about people leading with studs. The guy led with studs, and I think if you do that, then you run the risk, because he was punishing players all day. Other players' reactions, both teams probably doesn't make it easy for the ref, but I think at the end of the day, you know, there's a couple of instances that for you, where there's a couple of the players after some challenges with us where jump out of tackles and falling as if they'd been shot, and then that accusations against our player as well when he's been tackled with his studs showing. So a lot of consistency with players' performance in the receiving end of tackle, but I think if you're lead with studs, then you run the risk. But I didn't see it, and again, at the end of the day, they're better positioned than me. But speaking to Jim McInally, who I have a lot of respect for, an excellent footballer, if he knows it was a tackle or not, and if he says it wasn't a red card, then I wouldn't do that, I wouldn't go against that.
Did you feel the first half it might not be your day with the penalty miss and the chances?
Absolutely. I turned to the bench and I said, right, who broke the mirror of the day, you know? So, but no, the harder you work, the luckier you become. And credit to my players, they just kept grinding away, they kept working away, and we got the wee breaks. And delighted for wee Lovey to get the winner after missing the penalty. It's not like him, but you just know sometimes maybe the pressure in the game, and maybe they take it too seriously. So, and you can see that at the end of the game how serious it becomes, what it means to everybody. So, but no, at the end of the day, you know, 3 points. Delighted for the players the way they worked, and we probably merited it. You know, we might be biased, and it became harder when we went down to 10 men, because Peter had nothing to lose. They knew that if they took anything from us, they would virtually kill the challenge. But the gap's big enough anyway. This league's so competitive and everybody will beat everybody, so I don't foresee the gap. They've got an excellent gap and they'll keep it going, but we don't need to remind us, we already know about it, you know, but their players were happy to remind us about that. And but they're there in merit, they're a good side, and I think they're at the top of the table. And if you do go and win the league, which I expect them to do, then I know for my club and myself, I wish them all the best, and I hope you can follow.
Jim, I was going to ask you, it's like a bit heated out there, what's the issue?
The issue is simple, you know, the players they're all at each other, they're disappointed at losing the game, our boys are happy winning the game, and then there's no, you know, the showers, I forgot to put the Mercers on, so there's no hot water for any of the teams, so that gets a wee bit, you know, as if it was deliberate. But one thing we don't do at this club is deliberately treat anybody without respect, and that was, I was disappointed that they thought that we didn't show them the respect, because it was an innocent mistake. And one thing this club does is always look after people. So we apologise to Jim and his players, but some accepted it and some don't. But it wasn't our guys with cold showers as well. So, and Jambo at the door there, he's put his hands up and saying, sorry Gaffer, it was my fault. So we can only apologise, but certainly not a deliberate act, that's for sure. And because one thing we know, when we go up to Peterhead, we're always well looked after. And we try and do that with everybody when they come down here. So, but footballers will be footballers, you know, and they'll look to try and get every edge. But as I said, I'm a realist, and I've just said to Jim that we'll no cross paths again the rest of the season. So I just want to wish you all the best, and I'm quite sure they'll get what they deserve. And they've been up there in merit, and I was surprised to see them finish it. And I said that I hope they'll come with you.
That's great, thanks very much.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.